Pepe.
Pepe, what about you?
Jose.
No,
Hussein.
Pepe both.
Oh, of course.
He's my son.
Yeah. You saw the game.
Yes.
3-1 against
game.
Chelsea. And also, after that disappointing defeat at Etihad Stadium, and Arsenal back to win 3-1. Let's get a reaction about this game.
Great game. It's my first time here in London
Wow.
watching an Arsenal game. Best experience I could have had. Great. I loved it.
Of course, what about you?
Oh, okay. I've been an Arsenal fan since 1991.
Wow.
I won that league. It wasn't the Premier League. It was 1 year before it was the Premier League. But I feel the same atmosphere that we feel today. We won, and even though we lost last week on Wednesday in Manchester, I think that we are going to win the Premier League. I wish for that. I wish West Ham is going to beat Manchester City, and at the end of the season it's going to be like Everton. I know Everton is not doing well, but I think it's going to beat Manchester City this season, and we will win the Premier League since 19 years ago. I don't remember, but
19 years.
yeah, it was since we were invincibles.
Of course.
But I hope so.
Of course, looking at the Arsenal's performance so far this season, who has been your most outstanding player?
I love Saka. Saka, he's a great guy. I think he moves the ball pretty well, and he's doing great stuff. Yeah.
What about you? Who has been your outstanding player?
For me, Zinchenko.
Zinchenko.
What a great defender player, and he's doing great. I think he missed about 3 or 2 games because of injuries, but he's doing great in the defense.
Of course, looking at City, they have been playing so well.
Yeah.
Do you think they can drop points, Arsenal back on top of the league, but they still have West Ham to play?
I mean, I don't know, but I think there's hope, and that's all we have. And we have to grab onto that hope, and I hope they're going to lose.
Of course, Arsenal.
No.
No. Manchester City.
Okay.
Manchester City.
Manchester City.
Sorry about that.
Okay. Arsenal playing Newcastle next week. Do you think Arsenal can go all the way and win that particular game?
No, I think we're thinking about Arsenal is going to win every game. We're wishing that City is going to lose some 2 games to become champions. We hope so.
Of course, they still have Chelsea to play. They still have Brighton to play. Do you think City can drop points?
Yes, of course. Haaland, eventually, he can't do everything, They're going to have a rough patch at the end, I think so. And Arsenal, we're going to keep going, We had a bad couple of games, but we're proving that we're going to get back, We had a bad batch, but it's over. We're going to keep doing this from now on till the end.
Of course, what is the fan base of Arsenal in Mexico?
I think it's a huge fan base. I started when I was young, and I knew that this was going to be a great fan base because it was a great community that we make here in London, North London. So I hope and there still be some fan base and some in everywhere because we were watching the outside the stadium. There was from every country, and I hope everyone can see the really fun base like we make here in London.
Of course, what can you talk about the fan base in Mexico? Looking at Arsenal as a team. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, before, I think we've had a couple of rough years, but we're showing right now we can win, We're up there. And the people can see that, and Mexico can see that, and the whole world can see that,
Should Arsenal win the league, what would be your reaction?
I would cry. No, I would cry, yes. Because ever since I was born, you know, I didn't have the chance to see it, you know, and now we're getting the chance.
What about you? Should Arsenal win the league?
No,
What
no,
would
no.
be your reaction?
Yeah, I wish that from a long time. I told you a few minutes ago that the last time was when we were invincibles, and it's 19 years ago. When I was studying here, it was when I was 21, and there was a huge wait when they won the league in Anfield in '89. So I think it was a long wait over there. So I wish that this season can win and break that 19 years since we not be champions.
Should Arsenal not get to win the league, what would be your reaction?
Okay, it's like I'm going to say a rough thing, like said Pep Guardiola. Arteta made a good thing this season, and the season that he's been working out with the guys here, and they said we're going back to the Champions League, and so is that a good thing going back in Champions League? So it's going to be great.
What about you? Should Arsenal not get to win the league, what would be your reaction?
I mean, it'll be sad, but I know that if we don't get it this year, we'll get it next year. You know, the team has a lot of potential, and they did a great job this season. And if by some chance we don't get it next year, London is red.
Of course, what would be your reaction to the Arsenal players if you are with them right now?
No, I would hug them. You know, no, I'm grateful for them, and they have done a great job, and they're gonna keep it going.
Of course, what would be your message to the players?
I want to say that don't worry if we don't win this Premier League. We have they're very young, and I hope next season or maybe in the future we won the Premier League.
Of course. Want to talk about the game?
Yeah, man, unbelievable. Like, the first half just completely dominant. Like, Chelsea were nowhere to be seen. Martin Odegaard, he's been such a blessing for us. Like, this year, he's pulled us out of bad situations. He's just been unbelievable. Second half, I think we could have put 6 or 7 past them, but like it was just sort of about keeping them like not scoreless, but like just not getting them conceding 3 goals, and we got the win in the end. The league's still on. Like, I don't see you playing West Ham tomorrow. Like, if they drop points 1 or 2, they have a few tough games left. They have I think it's Brighton away, Brentford they have to play as well. So like I'm still. They still have to. Chelsea didn't look very good today, but like, there's still a few difficult games for them. So if we just keep up the momentum, keep winning, Newcastle away on Sunday is a big game. We have to win that. But yeah, I'm still low key confident that we can win the league. So just keep the faith. There's 4 games left. You know, all we can do is win. Just focus on us, and that's it. And we'll be all right. Keep the faith, exactly. And sure, you've seen in the Emirates today, the atmosphere is unbelievable. Like, fans always on the clock at myself beside the Chelsea fans. Unbelievable. Even when Chelsea scored, we were still singing, still chanting away. Like, so, just keep the faith, keep the positivity. That's what Arteta's brought into the Emirates in the last 2-3 years. So just keep that up, and we'll be all right.
Should Arsenal win the league, what would be your reaction?
I'd probably do drugs. Can't lie. I'd probably I'd be very happy. I've come over from Dublin today myself, so I'd be very happy. I'm coming over anyways the last weekend. I think it's the 28th of May. We're playing Wolves. I don't have a ticket for it, but if we win, I'll be absolutely over the moon. Because like as you said, 19 years since we've won the league. I was 2 years of age last time we won the league at White Hart Lane. White Hart Lane. So I obviously don't remember that. I started supporting Arsenal in 06. That's the first time I can remember. So. Like I've only seen us win FA Cups. If we won the league, it'd just be something special. Like, so, I just keep the faith. Four games to go. Hope City drop points in 1 or 2 of the games. Goes to the last game of the season, and we'll be all right.
What if Arsenal don't get to win the league? What would be your reaction?
Like we've this time last year, if you told me we get second place, I'd snap your hand off. Like we finished 8th, so it's such a big improvement. And Arteta, if he makes 2-3 signings in the transfer window in summer, then we can still challenge, because next year I know it'll be competitive. Chelsea might be back, Liverpool, United, City obviously will be still up there. Like, so we just. I would be happy, to be fair, but it would be a bit of a disappointment considering how well we've done this year, and we've been top for I think it's 93% of the year. So like just keep up the momentum. All we can ask from the lads now, like you can't think about the past. You can only think about the future. Win our last 4 games and just see what City have to offer. Like if they win then 4 games and they beat Real Madrid semi-finals and then they win the FA Cup, like fair. Like they've won all the games. They're a machine pretty much with De Bruyne at Haaland. So we can't really ask for much more from the lads apart from just continuous motivation. We get the lads, all the fans in the Emirates to continue backing them.
Thank you so much.